in terms of getting in a third left-arm seamer, you tell yourself, look, we've got the Fizz, we've already got Zakaria. They were brave enough to go with Unadkat, saying, well, it may look more of the same, but if he's skillful, let's use it.
Yeah, it was an inspired selection. And not only that, he got some nice swing up front too. In the first over or two, he got a few to break through the inside edge and just gave them enough to think of. I think he's always been a guy who's been able to hit areas. That's always been a strength of his. He can get on some really flat ones, and then it becomes cannon fodder. You can just sort of stand and deliver. But on the surface today, he got swing through the air, a little bit of nip once it pitched, and the slow balls looked like they were gripping. So in many ways, it was the perfect surface for him. And I think they did a great job of bowling him out early. He was on his lengths, and everything was good. And there's no need to try and save him for the back end. I think what they did was a superb tactical decision.
But interesting, we are just eavesdropping and checking on the Cricbuzz app to see what Unadkat said, because they got him for a quick chat mid-innings. And he said he's been waiting for this game to be selected. Though he did say very strangely that he felt the track was similar to the first game. There was good carry, the ball was moving a tad. The plan was not to give them pace, which obviously we've seen that. But if, according to Jayadev Unadkat, the track is similar, it means they've obviously done really well to vary their own offerings, as it were, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see in about half an hour's time when they get out there for a bat and they've played probably 4 or 5 overs, because if Butler comes out and strikes, this could be game over quite quickly in the power play. But they assess, I think, what Polly said earlier about the fact the teams will see the Fizz, they'll go and get the video analysis and try and work something out in his action. I think that the homework that Rajasthan did on Delhi tonight, in terms of taking pace off, they studied the likes of Cricbuzz, Shikhar Dhawan, they like pace on. Ajinkya Rahane a deflector. So what did they do? They didn't give them any pace to deflect. So it was smart tactics. The execution was excellent. And as I said, Sanju Samson, I thought in the first game he was captain behind the stumps. I didn't feel like he had control. It was a better pitch and the ball was travelling everywhere. But I felt it looked like a rabbit in the headlights. Tonight, I felt like he looked in full control. Whether that's those runs behind him in the last game that gave him a massive boost. It generally does as a captain when you do well in your own performance. You get that kind of lift in your own mindset. I thought he was excellent behind the stumps, and that catch early on to get rid of Shikhar Dhawan, that was some grab. That sets the tone.
We mentioned about Sangakkara at the start, and I think, if you think about Ricky Ponting would never ever have gone into a strategy of trying to take pace off a delivery in many of one day as he played, whereas Sangakkara at many a time would have relied on the Sri Lankan team trying to give them no pace to work with on slower surfaces. So yeah, I definitely think the homework was done as Michael said, and I think they stuck to their game plans brilliantly.